Uncle Fester Wednesday spinoff reportedly in development at Netflix. Snap your fingers to a waltz of anticipation. Addams Family aficionados. Uncle Fester, the jolting jester with a heart of plutonium, might be waltzing out of Wednesday's shadow and into his own Netflix spinoff. Remember that electrifying one-two punch Fester packed in Wednesday? Fred Armisen brought the character to life with a chaotic charm that could power a Tesla coil. Well, Netflix wants to tap into that voltage. Whispers slither from Hollywood crypts that a Fester show is brewing, bubbling with dark humor and Addams Family weirdness. But this won't be your average spin-off. Think of it as a Frankenstein's monster of television, stitched together with equal parts zany escapades, heartwarmingly macabre family moments, and maybe even a sprinkle of existential dread. Imagine Fester. Globetrotting. He'll chase rogue lightning storms in the Amazon, swap recipes with Baba Yaga in Russia, and teach tango to the penguins of Antarctica. Just try not to picture the results. MasterChef of Mayhem. Fester's frightful feasts will have you gagging in the best way, with dishes like eyeball stew and petrified poultry surprise. Family Feud, Addams style. Picture Fester teaming up with Morticia to open a haunted house, Gomes challenging Lurch to a thumb war championship, and Wednesday judging a spider beauty pageant. Chaos, guaranteed. Fester's forgotten fortunes. Remember his Transylvanian castle, perched precariously on a bat-infested cliff. This spin-off could delve into its dusty halls, unearthing forgotten inventions, cursed portraits of long-dead relatives, and maybe even a secret portal to another dimension, accessible only by reciting limericks in reverse. Lurching love life. We glimpse Fester's tender side in Wednesday, his awkward crush on Morticia's gloomy cousin, Ophelia. This show could explore that further, with Fester navigating the treacherous waters of Addams Family romance, serenading Ophelia with a kazoo orchestra, and facing off against Gomes in a duel for her affections, using glow sticks instead of swords, naturally. Grandmama Nash. Let's not forget Fester's formidable grandmother, the acid-tongued Grandmama Addams. Her biting wit and penchant for potions could provide a hilarious counterpoint to Fester's chaotic energy as they bicker over family recipes, reminisce about past pranks, and maybe even team up to brew a batch of youth-restoring elixir with hilarious, unforeseen consequences. Thinking big. Everyone's favorite disembodied hand deserves more screen time. Imagine Thing assisting Fester in his madcap schemes, building Rube Goldberg contraptions to toast marshmallows, learning to play the theremin with its single appendage, and maybe even developing a rivalry with Wednesday's pet spider, Aristotle. Mysterious menagerie. Fester's love for the unusual extends to his animal companions. This show could introduce us to a menagerie of macabre pets, a fire-breathing salamander butler, a flock of chattering crows who predict the future, and perhaps even a pet octopus with a penchant for solving puzzles and stealing jewelry. Ghoulish guest stars. The Addams Family universe is vast and wacky, ripe for cameos. Picture Cousin It dropping by for a game of charades, Uncle Vlad teaching Fester how to hypnotize pigeons, or even the disembodied head of Fester's long-lost twin brother causing mischief from a dusty attic trunk. Transylvania tourism. Fester's ancestral home could be more than just a backdrop. Imagine him leading Addams Family vacation tours through the cobbled streets and haunted forests of Transylvania, encountering grumpy ghouls, haggling with vampire souvenir vendors, and maybe even stumbling upon a hidden portal to Nevermore Academy, a crossover we all secretly crave. Fashion faux pas. No Addams Family member is complete without their unique sense of style, and Fester is no exception. This show could showcase his electrifying wardrobe, mismatched plaid suits, light bulb-powered bowdies, and a collection of hats that would make even Morticia raise an eyebrow. Philanthropy with a punch. Fester may be chaotic, but he's also surprisingly kind. This show could explore his altruistic side, as he uses his inventions to help the unfortunate, albeit in hilariously unorthodox ways. Imagine him electrifying a rundown orphanage, building a haunted house to raise money for endangered bats, or accidentally inventing a perpetual motion machine that powers the entire town, causing more problems than it solves, of course. Flashback frenzy. We got a glimpse of Fester's youth in Wednesday, but there's so much more to explore. Dive into the school days at Nevermore, where he befriended Gomes and Morticia, accidentally blew up the chemistry lab, and maybe even fell head over heels for a young Grandmama Addams. Don't worry, it's not creepy, it's Addams. Competitive composting. Remember Fester's obsession with composting Wednesday? This could blossom into a full-fledged subplot as he competes with Wednesday in a bizarre composting competition, concocting foul-smelling concoctions that attract everything from ravenous worms to carnivorous plants. The Ballad of Buzzsaw Betty. Who could forget Fester's chainsaw-wielding alter ego, Buzzsaw Betty? This show could give her the spotlight she deserves, as she tackles rogue garden gnomes, defends the Addams family crypt from grave robbers, and maybe even stars in her own line of horror-themed exercise videos. Get fit with Betty. No pain, no gain, just chainsaws. Holiday hijinks. Every holiday with the Addams family is an event, and this show could capitalize on that. Imagine Fester hosting a Thanksgiving dinner where the turkey is a taxidermy vulture, Christmas carols are replaced by Gregorian chants, and New Year's Eve culminates in a giant bonfire of old family secrets. The Addams Archives. Fester's Transylvanian castle isn't just a quirky abode, it's a treasure trove of Addams family history. This spin-off could delve into its dusty attic, uncovering forgotten diaries, bizarre family portraits, and maybe even a secret chamber filled with Gomes' old tango trophies and Morticia's collection of deadly nightshade. Imagine Fester stumbling upon a hidden passage that leads to a forgotten Addams laboratory, filled with bubbling cauldrons, malfunctioning robots, and the ghost of Fester's great-great-grandfather, Egor, who dispenses wisdom and slightly singed lab coats from beyond the grave. Fester's electrifying inventions. Remember his makeshift light bulb contraption in Wednesday. Fester's a mad scientist in the making, and this show could showcase his outlandish inventions. Imagine him creating a self-playing kazoo orchestra, a toaster that predicts the future, or even a hat that turns thoughts into lightning bolts, with hilarious and slightly dangerous consequences. Picture Fester accidentally shrinking Lurch in a shrink ray experiment, or trying to power the entire town with a perpetual motion machine made of hamster wheels and mousetraps. The possibilities are as endless as Fester's supply of spare wires and old batteries. Of course, there are cobwebs in the corners of this crypt. The project is young, its fate as uncertain as Wednesday's next quip. But with Fester's electric personality and the success of Wednesday, this spin-off could be a graveyard smash. So, keep your eyes peeled, Addamslings. Every creak of a floorboard, every flicker of a light bulb could be a clue to Fester's next adventure. And don't forget to subscribe. You wouldn't want to miss the grand unveiling of this frankentastic show. Remember, in the Addams Family universe, the only thing better than darkness is more darkness, especially when it comes to spin-offs. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a date with a sentient toaster and a vat of glowing green goo. Until next time.